Party rockin', as some would say.
I made a horrible nightmare.
But a fascinating question nonetheless.
You guys want to watch Limitless sometime?
You guys want to do this?
I have an answer, and it's so good and dumb.
Time to get math blasted.
Zoom is not a gentle lover, and you know that.
I also was trying to think of a boat horn joke.
What if Zoom just wants to give you soft kisses?
My note of Weezer song name puns.
I'm good for this slop.
I popped in. It's such a weird time.
I feel like we've done that already.
The time wasn't is, it was when.
Let's do this. All right, here we go.
Hello and welcome to Debate This, the show where no one is right, but someone is definitely wrong. In this show, we take time out of our busy adult lives to talk about comic books, video games, and the 14 flavor texts we've done about Magic the Gathering properties.
What? Oh,
That's vile. We've only done 3 Magic the Gathering flavor texts. Come on.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And we've done ones about
Magic the Gathering's Final Fantasy Part 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Magic the Gathering's
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Magic the Gathering's Avatar, The Last Bender.
Yeah.
And every time we've talked about Marvel properties that aren't the Eternals.
Yeah. Oh, the Eternals. Man, what a dumb set that's going to be.
Joke's on you if you think we're seeing anyone except for Kumail Nanjiani again from
If
that
I
movie.
don't get a Kingo card, Todd, I quit.
I can't wait for my 10-drop card that's big stupid robot in the ocean.
Gun to your head, Andrew. What's his name?
Eternal.
Johnny Eternal.
Yeah, you got it. Johnny.
Star Fox. Okay, so guys, in December of 2023, we did our second roundup and ranking of flavor text episodes that we had done at that point. And during that episode, as you all remember, and as our listeners remember, absolutely, we said we were going to revisit this deal every 2 years at the end of the season.
Did we?
We did. So naturally, we're about 8 months late.
I don't remember doing the second one.
Yeah.
Was I here for that?
You were. We all were. It was the end of 2023, and
Vibes were good.
Yeah.
Vibes were different.
Vibes were
I also
solid.
want to point out we were butt babies. We were talking about how we all bought commander decks, and we're like,
Oh, wow.
oh, we're getting into Magic now, which is it was like watching JFK before the assassination.
What?
Why is that the reference?
Yeah.
So, gang, as a belated Christmas in July gift for all of you, we're going to revisit our rolling flavor text ranking and add a whole new bunch to the pile. So without further ado, I'm your host, Andrew Saul Bad Guy Henderson, and joining me today are my panel of podcast episode critics, Kyle, Malcolm Glickman Harper, Matt Fireheart Cole, and Todd Chara Thomas.
I know what all of those are from except for Todd's.
Same.
Does Todd know what Todd's is from?
Actually, I don't know.
Todd knows, but he wants you all to take guesses at it as opposed to...
Well, I mean, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why don't you tell us?
Well, because Andrews is from the same game that has Bedman.
Jesus
and
Christ.
Mine
Was that the
is
White
from-
House is flying through the air?
It sure was.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
is
flying to
Todd's from
Mexico.
Duke Nukem?
Nope. It was
let me
it was
look at our
Undertale.
list here.
So these are all the protagonists. These are all the main characters of flavor text that we've run.
Malcolm
Yeah.
Glickman as a protagonist is
Yeah.
stretch.
The main protagonist in Primetime Glick, Kyle. How dare you? Okay, so we're doing flavor text today. Before we get into all of this, let me just say, hey, listener, we've done 87 of these motherfuckers.
That's
A
insane.
number that hurts my brain to think about.
It's crazy, but we've all said at different points, it's the most fun episodes that we do.
Yeah.
And we all have enjoyed breaking our brains in slightly different ways, in many different ways. And, as we kind of crest along season 10 or year 10 of the show, I will once again pitch, hey, listeners out there, if you want us to talk about anything, and I mean anything, head on over to patreon.com/debatethiscast. And for the low price of $60 one time, you yourself can commission your own episode of Flavor Text. And with that, I will point out many, but not all of the episodes that we talked about today are, in fact, commissioned. So if any of these episodes were commissioned by you, thank you. Thank you so much. And even if we dunk on the content that we commissioned, I want to be abundantly clear that anything that we say positively or negatively obviously does not reflect anything about the tastes or the personality or the likes and dislikes about the people that commission these episodes. Part of the idea of commissioning is we then take ownership, and maybe we'll reflect well on the thing that you love. Maybe we'll fuck it up. And that's really what we're reviewing today is, did we fuck up the thing? Yes or no? And I'll be honest, we fucked up the thing before.
Yeah.
So in the past, we've kind of applied a little bit of a loosey-goosey lens. So now that we are, since we've hit the milestone of 87, I felt like it was important to have a more robust, a more cut and dry series of rubrics here. So here are the things. So what we're going to do today is we're going to tier list and rank all of the flavor texts that we haven't looked at yet. So basically, more or less, a roundup of seasons 7, 8, and 9 and a half, or the first half of 9, I guess. So that's step 1. Step 2, we're going to do something new to this format, and we're going to relitigate. Each one of us is going to pick one old flavor text, quote unquote, so prior to this batch, and we're going to all discuss it and revote, remap it. And then step 3 is we're going to put it all in the master ranking list and have a series of 87 mapped and ranked flavor texts.
Truly unbelievable.
Truly.
This is going to be a horrible reference by the time we're done. 87 is an awful number to put in a tier list, and I'm all about it.
So when we go through these episodes, I put together 4 major considerations. Now, these are effectively the spirit of what we've considered in the past. And these are going to be in order of most to least important. So most important, how much fun did we have recording the episode?
Yeah.
I think that when you look back at what we have scored the highest versus the lowest, that has been our main criteria among all else's. How much fun was the episode? That's it. Mm-hmm. Very subjective, obviously.
No, that's very, very objective, I think.
Second, how interesting the subject was as it was presented. Again, this is very different from, is the content good or bad, yes or no? That's not what we're talking about. I don't care. I don't care how good the content is outside of the episode. This is reviewing the flavor text, not the context in the content in the flavor text. So, how interesting was the content as it was presented in the episode? Cool. Another rubric that we've come back to is if or how much any of us interacted with after the fact. Did we go back? So some of the S tier flavor texts are because we all said, well, we all shared a Monster Cat premium account for several months, which we did. That's lore. You can't change it. And then this is more of a consideration and less of a hard rubric, but I'm just curious, especially for some of these old ones, is how much do you remember from the episode? Do you remember the episode at all?
Always a dangerous question.
Tough.
Yeah.
Very, very revealing question.
I know my blind spot is every JRPG at some point
That's fair.
just kind of becomes the same thing.
There are at least 20 of these flavor texts that I'm all convinced are the same flavor text. Like 20 of the 87, that is.
My blind spot is like Todd's until I remember what the hook is. The titles are all a blur, but like once you tell me it's the one with the thing, then I can come back.
So in the event that we have a real toss-up and we need a tiebreaker, the tiebreaker that I have proposed is this. How much did it break the brain of the person who led it?
Yeah, that's
Does that move the needle up or down?
Yes.
TBD.
Okay.
Yeah. I do think that the scars left upon the host must be considered.
Yeah. I think we decide in the moment if that moves the needle up or down.
Yeah. As the scars remind us that the past is real.
I was going to do it if you didn't do it.
Good job. What we are not ranking, what we are not considering, to reiterate, the quality of the content as content. Don't care. The quality of the episode and the work, or the amount of work put into it. Again, this is not a reflection of the effort or work put into the episode. We all put in an inordinate amount of work into each one of these flavor texts, way more than we should. We all know that. And then finally, and most importantly, the personal tastes and the quality and the general vibes of the person who commissioned. We love you all. You are paying us a lot of money. One, thank you. Two, this is not about you.
It never has been.
This is only about us.
It is about us.
Especially the flavor text that is literally about us.
of which there will now be 3.
Yes. Okay. So let's all jump in. I'm going to share my screen, and we are going to start with
Cameras on, everyone.
Cameras on. We are going to start with the latest batch of flavor texts. So for the listeners, I'm going to read off the list. And here's what we've got in order from oldest to most recent. We've got Silicon Valley, Metal Gear Solid, Power Rangers, Green Lantern, Elden Ring, Guild Wars 2, Survivor, Big Brother, and The Amazing Race, the big 3 CBS reality shows, Kirby, Borderlands, Sword Art Online, Mortal Kombat, Primetime Glick, Destiny and Destiny 2, Zoids, Severance, Final Fantasy Part 1 and Final Fantasy Part 2, Leisure Suit Larry, The Legend of Zelda, Teen Titans, Warrior Cats or Warriors, Ultima, Guilty Gear, Modern Esports, like a look at just the world of esports, Undertale and Part 1 of Deltarune, Warhammer's The Horus Heresy, Witchblade, No Man's Sky, Maximum Ride, and of course our most recent to date, The History of Dubstep and of Disciple Records.
I hear names in this already that I cannot remember, and that bodes poorly.
It's pretty good.
Do you have the staff absences on these in front of you?
Those are going to be you're going to have to call those out yourself, I think.
Yeah, I think you have to. Those are self-reported.
I don't remember. Okay.
Yeah,
I can start while we're doing this. I'll start double checking to see who was on what episode.
Okay, so we're just gonna run this down the middle, and let's just go. So let's just start with Borderlands because we got to get something on the board. Borderlands was done by Todd.
Yeah, this is Yeller's my dog. I think Borderlands is. I will put it this way. Borderlands, I think, goes high D, low C, just to set the floor for us. And here's why.
I think that's a good floor.
Yeah, here's why. Longtime player of the property. After the flavor text came out, I did buy and play the most recent one for a week. The movie was terrible, and I realized
it was so bad.
I think I had a lot of passion, and it was fun telling all the interwoven story between the game and like the main characters, but like someone's got to be in the D tier, and it's going to start with Borderlands.
Yeah. Any other further discussion needed for Borderlands?
Not from here. Can't say there is.
Nope.
Okay. Destiny. I think I will similarly fall on the sword and say that's not higher than a C.
Yeah.
I think C. I do think Destiny goes above Borderlands.
Agreed.
Yes.
I would agree with that.
I can say that Kyle was not on the Borderlands.
Okay, good. I was sitting here trying to recall any amount of Borderlands lore.
Yep.
So the best thing about Borderlands, the lore, the story, is that they at one point revisited one of the main characters as like an emotional trauma point for a storyline that was actually quite touching. The worst part is they definitely made the first 1 and 2 without thinking about ever making any more games. And then we're like, oh no, we have to tie this all together, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did we came up with these cool character designs and a loose reason to put them all together.
And not for nothing, it's got some fun stuff to it, but
Sure.
yeah, the flavor text was at some point me being like, there it is. That's it.
I can also now say that Todd was not on the Destiny episode.
Oh, thank God, because I forgot all that. That's,
Oh yeah.
Destiny, I have the added layer of I edited a lot of these, if not all of them.
Yeah.
So I still heard them. I was still there.
I think in the grand scheme of things, Destiny definitely goes right smack next to Halo because it's just as silly.
Yeah.
In the big list. So where did Halo end
Halo's
up?
in C.
Yeah, so C feels right for Destiny. Okay, this is for our second music one. I don't think Disciple is going to reach the heights of Monster Cat, but in terms of it was a fun record.
Yeah.
And it was fun to do. I love doing those music episodes. It's just the Disciple stuff was like, whatever.
It was a fun record. It was fun learning more about like where dubstep came from. As a Disciple Records flavor text, it's low. As a overall, I feel like it's a high C, low B.
I was going to say high B, low A. So I would go B. And I think because the surprise factor of it carries some weight to I didn't set out to make a history of dubstep flavor text. It's just what happened in telling the story. So yeah, I like B for now with that.
I feel like B is right where I'm like, that was a good episode. That's where my heart starts to land. Like, I enjoyed not just recording that, but listening back to that episode, and Disciple Records is one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it was a good pivot. Not that the original concept is obviously is bad. I think the Disciple clearly means a lot to the people that it means a lot to. The history of dubstep was a good pivot to broaden the category, to broaden the interest, and kind of do like a 101. So for all of those reasons, I think B is where it lives. Elden Ring. So this basically finishes out the trilogy of Dark Souls, Bloodborne, and of course Elden Ring in our like FromSoft series of games where it's basically been me talking at you guys for 2 hours about hard bosses. So again, I don't think Elden Ring belongs anywhere above a C.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Like maybe above Destiny.
Where did we put the other two? Because I liked the lore of Elden Ring better. I mean, it's intentionally better.
Bloodborne ended up as a mid C, and then Dark Souls was in D. So I think C.
Okay,
C fits.
We can jockey it around, but I think it's in C.
I think
C's
to
good.
Start.
Okay, this one's going to be tough. We've got 2 of the massive Final Fantasy episodes. So this one was, first is part 1. This is like the classic Final Fantasies. So we went through 1 through 6, which are like the 2D ones, the pixel ones. No further comments, Your Honor. This is the one. Okay, my defense is this is the one where I did reveal that Terra flips for Esper, flips for blue, black, white.
I gotta say, man, that's one of the only moments from 2 Final Fantasy episodes that I remember is you saying
we got one.
She flips for Esper, and me being like, I know what that means. And I think about it every time I look at that card. So
clearly an S.
Oh, I was gonna say C. I think that saves you from D.
I think it saves it from D.
Yeah.
I'd argue for a B because I actually did retain some of this.
Okay.
Reinforced by the Magic set coming out shortly after, but I think a high C is probably right.
I'm putting part 2 over part 1 in my brain.
I think I am too, but I remember...
But mostly just out of relevance to the content that I know.
Fair.
Yeah.
Totally fair.
I remember... I don't remember enough to keep the name straight in my head. I remember the villain from 6 is what... Kefka. That's the name. That's what stands out from it for me. So
okay. Cool.
Yeah.
That was easy.
Yeah.
one, I think this was another one of the three of you were not there for Guild Wars 2.
I'm trying to. I don't think that's the case. I think we all were there. Yes.
Does anybody remember this one?
Nope. Sure don't.
Not even a little bit.
I think this is toward the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is a D tier.
Guild Wars, even researching it, this was probably, I think I said it in the episode, but this was one of the harder ones for me to build. Not because the story is bad. It's too much for a flavor text.
Yeah.
And that's where, like, again, we're not measuring the content. We're measuring the content as presented in the episode. Part of what makes this story so special is the nuances and the, like, you grow with these, much like Final Fantasy 14. It's like you have years and years of content. And you're like literally growing with these characters over time, which, like, you just can't do that in an hour. So because of it, it reads really messy.
I mean, this is one. Some of it's coming back where we were recapping like
entire.
We'd get story with a cliffhanger, and then like new DLC content, new DLC content, like or like update. Update,
you're remembering
update.
Correct. You're remembering correct.
Which, again, doesn't speak to the quality of the game, but it makes for a rougher flavor text.
Yep.
Similar to Destiny was like that too.
Destiny's like a little tighter, but very much like that.
Yeah.
I mean, any like long-term MMO is going to be unfortunately like that.
Yeah.
All right. So we're moving right along. Next one is Green Lantern. I don't know where to put this. I'm going to cede my time.
I feel like I wasn't on this one.
You were. Everyone was.
I was.
This is Cranium all play. Good start.
Yeah.
Good.
This Yeller's my dog. This was definitely coming at the end of, we have to talk about Green Lantern. We've been talking about Darkest Night for a long time, Blackest Night for a long time.
Yeah.
I think it was fun. I think it was neat to talk about some of the lesser known Green Lanterns, but
it was neat.
Yeah.
But what I would say is that I don't remember any of those lesser known Green Lanterns out of like the major 4 to 6 that I could really pull from my brain.
I mean, I know Guy Gardner now, but it's not because of the flavor text.
Andrew, there's at least 4 more that have first and last names that have been Green Lanterns for a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's the one that's a planet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
There's a blind one. We don't need to do this right now.
Yeah. I would put it probably low C.
Yeah.
But that might even, I don't know if it hits D. I think it's low C because it does have some good lore, but also it's kind of space cops.
Yeah.
I
think that's fair.
Okay. So the next one, I would like to propose Kirby in S tier, and here's why. Because that episode was so much fun, and the reveal of like Kirby as the void in the center of the universe hit everybody.
Yes. Kirby is S tier for the like Kirby is God is Kirby is God is Kirby loop is phenomenal.
So you don't need to do any more explanation. Park it in S tier. We can litigate how far up it goes.
Oh
Hell
God,
yeah, fuck yeah.
I am going through. Sorry, unrelated to Kirby. I'm going through show notes of flavor text to confirm who was on the episodes, and I just opened the Legend of Zelda notes to find a picture of William Dafoe's face on Zelda.
Oh yeah, we were doing that for a while.
It took me out. I'm gonna put it in the notes for this episode just so it's here for context.
Yeah, good. That's important. Sick. Okay.
Oh, that is important.
Everybody drink in this moment for a sec. Great. That's certainly something. Okay, next
something
we got
of a princess myself.
Next we've got Metal Gear Solid.
A tier to me. This was I thought you did a great job with it.
Yeah.
And
we had a good time.
We had a good time.
It's very silly.
It's very silly, but in a good way. I tried to play it on my PSP. The PSP is not a good medium for that game, but
but that counts. That counts toward.
Yeah,
that doesn't count toward your enjoyment, but that does count toward this rubric.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's an A to me.
Yeah,
any other discussion?
I mean, when we get to jockeying around, I'll probably want it lower on the A, but I'm good with A. I mean, I vaguely remember the stories that we discussed with it, and that they had to work really, really hard to retcon earlier decisions later in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm having a little bit of a hard time putting it above the history of dubstep, but I do think that's recency bias.
Fair.
Yeah, fair.
Totally fair. And again, these aren't locked in. We're just mapping stuff right now.
Right.
So we can totally argue later. Next one is Severance.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough one because Andrew and I have both watched this. I don't know where Kyle and Matt land on watching it.
I think
Matt,
I'm the whole way
finished it.
Oh,
yeah. I actually think this has to be fairly high.
Yeah.
Strictly because Matt and Kyle finished the series after we recorded this.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would put this one in A. I don't know that like the episode itself was enough of a big drop in the bucket to go to S tier, but I do think that the podcast was largely the reason that I started Severance. So
and the last, then again, I agree in A, we can jockey it around. But if I remember correctly, Andrew and I had to finish the episode ourselves to not spoil it for half of the podcast, which is kind of saying something.
And it was, if I remember correctly, it was like a quasi Avenge This, which was a fun experiment or a fun departure from like our normal content. So for all those reasons, I think it belongs there. Next we've got Primetime Glick. One of the more black sheep episodes, if you will.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
This is my dog. I mean, I had a good time researching it just because I always have a fun time digging into like what the careers of popular comedians and such. I'm also, there's not a ton of substance. I think it's ended up more of a like Martin Short flavor text.
Yeah, it was like a SNL, like who's who among SNL alum in the 80s and 90s kind of thing.
I feel like this could go into C, but pretty high up in C.
Yeah.
Or it could go into B, waiting to be knocked down into C.
I like that.
I'll put it at the top of C right now.
Yeah.
Cool. Next we have No Man's Sky, which I think it's below Destiny.
I think it goes above our other I think it goes above Elden Ring and Destiny because a big part of this was like the hear me out, it's good now.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot about that. Was like half the episode. I was only remembering the lore stuff, which is not very exciting, but we did talk a lot about like the game as a business and the the real world lore behind it, which was cool. This
feels, I mean, sorry to cut you off, Matt. This feels like it hits B to me, but I'm not like, it's not a hill I'm dying on.
That's what I was going to say. I think for a similar reason that the Disciple Records became a history of dubstep, No Man's Sky became an interesting conversation about the games industry.
I like that. Cool. Yeah, I'm in for that.
Sure.
Mortal Kombat. I was thinking about this one a lot. I think this is at least an A.
I completely agree. This is my dog. I feel like this was one of the most fun to put together for me. Yeah. And one that even in going through the weird lore, it was like it's still easy enough to follow that people stayed on with it. I think it was really fun to look at all the different characters. I still think about the Mortal Kombat lore. It got a second movie this year. I feel good about A tier. I think I'd like A tier.
I like A tier.
I mean, I will be willing to put it above Metal Gear Solid, and we can debate where it ultimately lands. But my further evidence there is I went and downloaded 2 different Mortal Kombat games. I didn't play much afterward because of similar to after Guilty Gear. I remembered that I don't like fighting games, but but again, like that again, that's not a fault of the Mortal Kombat episode.
Yeah. I mean, look, as far as flavor text that I've worked on, it is among the best that I think I've done. I'd put it in S tier.
I'm putting it below Kirby.
Hell yeah.
We can argue it later.
I did real quick. I just finished going through the episodes and marking down who
sick.
wasn't there. And it was less than I thought. There were only 4 of them. Kyle was not on Borderlands, and Todd was not on Power Rangers, Destiny, or Warrior Cats.
I'm so glad that I wasn't on Power Rangers because I've been racking my brain of how is a thing that was so pivotal to my childhood not a thing that I have a strong opinion on.
Yeah.
There you go.
So thank you, Matt.
Man, I could have sworn I was on fewer than that. All right. Neat.
Okay, next we have Silicon Valley. Again, I don't think this hit the highs of Mystic Quest. I think this was fun, but this show is been done for a while, and it's like in 2026, not nearly as interesting to watch as it was in 2016.
This is definitely one that, like, the flavor text didn't make me any more likely to go back to. I felt like the flavor text got me all the bits that I needed from this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'd put it low C, I think.
It feels like a C to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's fair. I'm going to put it under Green Lantern.
Cool.
Sure. Yeah.
Power Rangers.
This
B?
is I think B or A, but I would like to hear what you guys think from Kyle and Andrew who were on it.
Yeah.
I'm struggling to remember much from it that I like didn't already know, but I also remember, it was your baby, and there was a lot of passion and love that came through it. But I just I didn't have any like, oh my God, that's in Power Rangers moments.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the parts so the lore is never going to do it for me for Power Rangers. Like, couldn't care less.
Sure.
But I'll tell you what got me over the line. It was all of the Haim Saban stuff.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because I remember, and I specifically went back, because if I recall, Matt, didn't you? A lot of it was based off that hour of The Toys That Made Us, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I went back and watched that episode. So I would say that this definitely influenced that, which gives it some mega points.
I would say then it maybe goes in B with the other flavor texts that are secret hits underneath the subject material.
I'll put it between Dubstep and No Man's Sky for now.
I dig that.
Okay. Undertale. And it's technically Undertale and a little bit of Deltarune, but we'll call it Undertale for reference sake.
I think the first 3 chapters of Deltarune were out, but I had only played through the first one, and I didn't want to spoil it for myself by going further.
Yeah.
I think this one is certainly worth saying. Sorry if you maybe
go ahead,
Todd, but like this was so interesting for Todd to research it that it made him do Deltarune.
Yeah.
Since I did this, so in preparation for this, I played through Undertale in full, which is not like a huge thing, but once it was on our calendar, I played through the whole thing, and then played through the first chapter of Deltarune, and since then have played through the 4 chapters that have come after it. Like, Toby Fox just released the 5th chapter, and I finished it within a week of him releasing it.
So that's not nothing.
No.
It's not nothing.
I do not remember much about Undertale other than that the song from Undertale goes unbelievably hard.
So hard.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even have to be specific. Just the music from Undertale.
The music from Undertale goes real hard.
So hard.
I think because of that, to me, it ends up in C. But then I think because Todd got so into it, maybe that bumps it up to B. And I think that's where it lands for me.
That's more or less how I feel.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, low B, high C. I'll put it below No Man's Sky for now.
I think there's a lot that I want to talk about all of Deltarune with everyone I can talk to about Deltarune. So,
well,
but that's a different thing.
Spoilers, you'll get that chance soon.
Hell yeah.
All right, next we have Zoids.
Oh man, this is one that I thought everybody was going to be as into as I was. That's all.
Yeah, this one was not for me.
I would be hard pressed to argue for this to be more than C, if I'm really honest. And if you guys don't feel as though it crosses the Silicon Valley point, then tell me.
It was a good summary recap, but if I'm remembering right, it was a recap.
Yeah, man.
I think both Zoids and Silicon Valley are D.
I fuck with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you Zoids was more fun than Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Cool. Witchblade. This one was bananas.
This goes. I feel like this one gets to go pretty high for me.
Okay.
I really enjoyed this one. I watched as much of this as I watched as much of Witchblade as you had us watch Battlestar Galactica for the Patreon episode we did about it. It was really fun to put together. Now when I'm at like vintage stores and stuff and I see Witchblade toys, I go, ooh, and I do the Leo meme. I haven't gone beyond that. So
this raises up. This gets a bump from me for I came into it expecting a like grimdark TNA 90s mature comic, and it was more than that, which was like a pleasant surprise. So I think it gets to at least be a high C.
Okay.
I feel like it at least is on par with Final Fantasy 1, if not a bit more.
So like maybe between Primetime Glick and Final Fantasy.
I'm okay with that. If
a
you
place
guys
that
are.
only our podcast exists.
Yeah, that's
between those two things.
Holy shit. Yeah, that is certainly a sentence. Teen Titans is next.
This was me. I don't know that it achieved much more than our D tier recaps, but I had a great time rewatching Teen Titans for it, and it's a good time. Did anyone go watch Teen Titans because of this episode?
I'd already seen all of Teen Titans before this episode.
I thought about it.
All right.
I feel like I could put it above Green Lantern, but I feel like to do that, I would need to move Green Lantern down to D, because I don't think that this makes it out of D, but it could be at the top of D.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, my sentiment was the same as Kyle's, of like, I really enjoyed remembering Teen Titans.
Yeah.
And I also remember watching Teen Titans as it went through its different iterations and enjoying it less as it did that. So it was fun to wax poetic about Teen Titans.
Yeah.
I got another D tier for you. It's Sword Art Online.
This is
another anime that I did.
This is the I get caught in the game.
It
you die in the game,
yes,
you
it
die
is.
in real life, and then
it's got weird gender stuff too.
Yeah, it's got some real problematic themes and
Sure. Yeah, I'm fine putting that down in D.
Yeah,
that seems right.
Let's just park it down in D.
I think she's behind Borderlands.
Oh my god.
This is an interesting one, Zelda. I don't remember a lot about this episode.
I did this one and I don't remember much about it. I think it was a pretty straightforward, here's the games, here's what made them different than the one before. Because we did a bit of like a deeper dive into like Skyward Sword, because that turns into an origin story for the whole franchise towards the end of it. But as a flavor text goes, it's nothing too incredible, nothing too terrible. It was pretty okay.
I mean, are we thinking like, is it above or below Teen Titans?
I'd put it above Teen Titans.
I think it's above Teen Titans.
Okay.
I think it's got, I mean, Kyle had to, and again, I don't remember much of this either, but I also just know a lot more about Legend of Zelda than
that's
many
the
other properties.
that is a big problem. Is like
I'm struggling to know what, to differentiate between what I know and what Kyle told us.
Well, let's go back to the rubric. Did we have a good time recording the episode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how much do you remember from the episode? That is an important rubric.
I barely remember recording that episode.
Okay.
Zelda's the one with the Master Sword, right?
I don't think it's above any. I think it's at least below the low C then, given all that.
That's fair.
I'm fine with it being at the bottom of C right now, and then maybe finding its way somewhere else.
Okay.
Guessing, this is a prediction. I feel like to me it's going to kind of be our anchor of the bottom of C, but I gotta look at the whole list to know that for sure.
I've got something to say about this next one.
Let's jump into it. So this is the big 3 CBS reality shows.
My question off the bat. Was this when Matt introduced us to the woman getting hit with the watermelon in the face?
Sure is.
Sure was.
I think that speaks volumes.
Guys.
Yeah.
I remember more out of this than a lot of other things.
No, I think this is pretty high.
Yeah.
I think this has to be
higher
high.
than you would think. So
Yeah. It's at least B.
It's probably a high above Disciple B.
Yeah.
I was gonna.
Right,
I would maybe sneak this one into A.
I'd see your A.
Yeah, I would also not argue about it being at the top of B. So if it moves, it moves.
Yeah, let's park it at A.
I think I think parking it in A for now is not bad.
Yeah. A kind of a similar vibe, Ultima. So this was the super old MS DOS era level of games. I think the most memorable moment or the most memorable factoid was the death of its designer Richard Garriott in Ultima Online.
Yes, that he was no longer invincible and they killed him.
Yeah.
So this was that, but this was also just like the series of like very, very old PC games that kind of like built the foundation of RPGs as we know them today. I think this, in a similar like surprise, was a lot of fun to make. I think this is around Power Rangers.
I like that.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say a high B.
Like I would propose between dubstep and Power Rangers.
Again, a place only our podcast can be.
Yeah.
And those 3 are in tight contention. Like if we got talking and any of those like swapped places with one another, I wouldn't be mad.
All right, next we have Final Fantasy Part 2. So this was Final Fantasy 7 onwards.
Higher than the other Final Fantasy.
I think that's exactly where it goes for me. Is just like one up from that. I remember.
Do you just want to put it between that and Witchblade?
Yeah. For now, I can't remember much. So I think my issue with Final Fantasy is we make the joke a lot, like you're fighting God with the power of friendship.
Yeah.
And it's a joke, but it's also not a joke.
Absolutely true.
Yeah.
I remember more lore from the second part than the first part.
Sure.
But not by much. And I don't think that it moved the needle on the property for me any more than the first one did.
What I remember of this was the highs were higher and the
lows were lower.
The lows, I won't even say the lows were lower, but the mids were midder. The back half of this one is when we get into the like MMOs and those get a bit more like choppy storyline wise.
Yeah.
There's is it 13? What's the one with the car?
That's 15.
15.
Yeah, man, the Cup of Noodles one.
Yeah,
that's when we got there. When we got there, it all kind of turned into like, you spend a long time in the character creator, and then you you do some early MMO quests, and then you get a car, and if you bought the DLC, you get a Cup of Noodles hat. which
That's all very real.
feels like, and that I feel like that sums up about 3 of the games covered in that one. But 7 and 9 were like
you said, the highs are higher.
Real fun to talk about. So
yeah, those are bangers for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. So we'll keep them both squarely in C next to each other. Talk about a couple of noodles in a DLC. Maximum Rides next.
Yeah, this is mine. The Bird People James Patterson book that Andrew was not here. Which
I missed this one.
This was recent.
I had fun. I'm just gonna say I'm not trying to like jockey for it to be up high, but I had fun.
I had fun too.
Also had a really good time with this one.
Yeah.
This one was insane enough that like I had a hard time following along with it when I listened to it afterward, but that might just be me and my own brain of
that
ADHD.
Means Andrew, that's also an accurate accurate representation of how I felt listening to the audiobooks. So.
But I think I would have had fun had I recorded it with you.
I think it cracks B. Like, I don't know that it achieves much more than a review-ass review, but what it was reviewing was fun to talk about and and memorable to talk about.
I'll put it right under Undertale.
Yeah.
I dig that.
At the bottom of B.
I like that.
Another one that was fucking crazy to do that I had a lot of fun doing was Guilty Gear, but this also broke my brain.
This is absolute madness, and also I remember more about this shit than most of our other flavor texts.
We all remember Bedman a lot.
I feel like
I think about not only Bedman, but my reaction to Bedman a lot.
Right.
Bedman,
Soul Bad Guy.
With the Soul Bad Guy, and then like when Matt asked earlier in the episode, is that the one with the flying White House?
Yeah, the White House is flying to Mexico.
Dude,
because of course it is.
8 new jokes in our current like political landscape popped into head. This, at least, I think this is top of A, if not cracks S.
I would almost consider it cracking S in the way that it cracked my brainstem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fine putting this in S and suspect it might
let it go down later.
Settle down to A, but let's give it a fighting chance in S.
I'm pretty positive the cold open for that show was, and the White House is flying over Mexico.
It was insane. It was just a cocaine trip. Next, we've got the history, or rather modern esports.
I really liked this one. I thought that it was really, really fun to put together. This is maybe one of my favorite ones that I've written. And I think that it's really interesting and also pretty similar to the like history of dubstep and Power Rangers, where like there's something more fun under the initial property that we're talking about. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know what your experience with it was, if there's anything for you guys that pushes it above B. But I would think maybe the top of B for this one.
I feel like it goes between Power Rangers and No Man's Sky for me. It was very interesting, but it was a book report.
Yeah, it was.
It was a very passionately given book report.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which, like, again, interesting stuff, but it was here's the timeline and here's a whole bunch of names, which feels squarely in B to me.
I like that.
It was a good vacation into Matt's brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where like I got to feel what Matt feels about Overwatch League for a day.
Just for a day. Just a taste,
literally for a day, because I could not care about it anymore. Warriors. Go.
I think this one maybe goes in S, and
sure, okay.
Just because of
Go off, King.
The absolute insanity. Like, this is the one that broke my brain the most. Trying to put together, like, talking about cat law and cat religion was a lot.
Yeah.
Todd wasn't on this one.
I forgot about cat law.
But this was so much fun.
Yeah.
It was so much fun to record. It was so much fun to put together. And and at the end of the day, it was just about cat law and cat regency. So I don't know. I could be swayed out of S. To me, it goes above Guilty Gear, but I would not argue if others disagree.
The only thing that I think has against it is after the episode, I started the episode not knowing about it, but like there was no situation where I'd interact with this content. I actually wanted to interact with this content less at the end. I think that has to be a penalty in some regard.
I think you're right.
Oh man,
that's so funny.
I think it tied with Guilty Gear almost. Like I want it give it that same chance of to stay in S, but feel like it's gonna settle down into A.
Next we've got Warhammer: The Horus Heresy. So this was our second Warhammer. This was the one with all the guys, all the dudes with daddy issues.
Can I say something about this?
Yeah,
I liked it. I thought it was fun to follow along with, and within the last month, I have had a conversation with someone who does not listen to our podcast about the Horus Heresy. And I was
it's your Roman Empire.
And I was able to engage in that conversation to the point that I think I had said, oh, the emperor had like 16 or 20 sons, and the person had said, well, it's 20. Well, actually, it's 19. Like there was and I was like, you know what? Yeah. I know what you're talking about. And that at least gets it to like a low A for me.
I think it also gets low A for me. I had a lot of fun listening to this one. I was not in the first Warhammer one, so this was like my first Warhammer flavor text.
Sure.
And I didn't feel lost, which was I think a testament to how well it was delivered. It was a lot of fun learning about all the different ways these daddy issues presented into powers and attacks and stats, basically. It was good. I think bottom of A is a right place for it.
Well, and Kyle, if you were going to only get one Warhammer episode, this was the one, because I did like the mini factions that I had been seeing play on like tabletop games and less of the like deep lore that is both endless and canon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem with Warhammer, is that it's like Star Wars was in the 90s with the books, where like if you write a book about it, it's canon.
Yeah.
Cool.
And, which means that everything is canon.
Yeah.
So it's hard to tell. It's hard to do like an overview of Warhammer lore.
Right.
Because there's not just 40K, there's Warhammer Fantasy and Age of Sigmar, which are all in the same continuity. It's ridiculous.
Well, and then you got to think there's like 11 different editions now because they keep changing it.
Yeah, they just rolled out 11th edition.
And I mean, we're talking, I think your comparison to Star Wars is apt. Like, if someone says, tell me about Star Wars, are you talking about the movies, the books, the games?
Are you talking about Luke Skywalker? Or are you talking about
what are you doing?
Yeah. Okay. Well, then we'll end with a low A, and then our last one here.
We're ending with the crown jewel.
A pretty solid one. We're ending with Leisure Suit Larry, which also was a real fun time.
Yeah,
it was really fun.
Yeah,
I feel like Leisure Suit Larry goes in A. I think it was really fun.
It feels like
fun to put together. I'd put it above Survivor.
I would also put it above Survivor in the sense that I don't have wait, let me get the rubric here. The one thing that never happened is I never went back to the content after the episode. Boy, howdy, did I never go back to the content after the episode.
Yeah. This also, I left this wanting to go back to the content less. But I do feel like that was Matt's intention. I think that was a feature, not a bug.
That's kind of the intention of the property, really.
Yeah. Matt was the soldier catching all the knives, and we were the children sleeping in the bed.
Yeah. This has had the twist of like at least the first game was like pretty clever, actually. And like then learning as the series went on, it like played more like the reputation it had. But like the first game or two was like pretty solid and campy and like fun in how it made fun of itself kind of way, and then like it changed hands, and the new people were like, a lewd video game, great, and made just the worst direct you could.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, so we've got everything mapped. Now let's go through category by category, and we'll iron this out and lock in all of our places. That doesn't mean we can't change it later when we do the final master, but this is just, we're basically slotting in everything as it will like load up into the final list, basically. So starting from the bottom, let's do D tier first. We've got in order of worst to first. At the bottom, we've got Guild Wars 2. From there is Sword Art Online, then Borderlands, Silicon Valley, Zoids, Green Lantern, Teen Titans.
I don't have strong feelings here.
I don't have a ton of strong feelings. I kind of want to put Green Lantern above Teen Titans because we had the fun, like the back half was the just like kind of like the Ghost Rider episode Matt did, where it's just like, here's the fun Green Lanterns that like get one panel.
Yeah, it gets a little sillier.
It gets a little sillier, where Teen Titans was just like a recap.
Okay.
And you can't call Deathstroke. He's Slade.
Yeah, you can't call him Deathstroke. So then in C, starting from the bottom, we've got Zelda, then Destiny, then Elden Ring, Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 2, Witchblade, Primetime Glick.
The Primetime Glick one just makes me laugh so hard.
That is never not funny.
Primetime Glick both feels wrong and right at the top of C, and I think
I
that
like
means
it there.
Stays.
I like it there. It's kind of trolly.
Was that a Tom Zlatni commission?
No,
I don't think so.
Was it
Nathan LV?
I think it was a Nathan LV.
Yeah, it's Nathan LV.
Just true. I mean, it's gold, and like so. I was thinking about like Tom was one of the earlier commissioners for I think Guy Fieri.
Yeah, they did.
And it has that same energy of like this is pure and fun, and like
so, I like it there.
Thank you, Nathan LV.
I kind of feel like maybe Zelda should go at the top of D. I feel like out of the things in C, Zelda sticks out a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I'm good with that.
I wouldn't hate Destiny over Elden Ring.
I would take that.
Sure.
I think Witchblade is good where it is. I don't think I would move the Final Fantasies from here.
Nah,
this one felt pretty. It felt pretty close to me, so I'm good with the small changes.
Okay, so B tier, we've got starting from the bottom, Maximum Ride, then Undertale, No Man's Sky, Esports, Power Rangers, Ultima, Dubstep. I think Maximum Ride it needs to be a little bit higher.
I feel like it goes above No Man's Sky and Undertale.
I'm
at
also
least.
good with that.
I think that's accurate.
That,
I agree.
Like our reaction to it being a unanimous, like that was a fun record, was at least puts it there.
Well, and again, like none of this is a reflection on the property itself.
Yeah.
But like,
yeah, of course not.
Just bananas as you were talking to us about it. Just the reactions that Matt and I had on that recording were just so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then
werewolves
in A
had
tier,
jetpacks at one point.
The werewolves had jetpacks at one point.
That rules. A tier, we've got starting from the bottom, Warhammer Horse Heresy, Survivor, Amazing Race, Big Brother, Leisure Suit Larry, Severance, Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, man.
I kind of, and this isn't anything on Severance, but I feel like Severance goes below Survivor.
I buy that.
Or at least neck and neck with Survivor.
Yeah, I'm not going to fight too much about it. I think the one thing that I would say is there are not many properties that we discuss that all four of us get super into.
That's true.
Yeah, I think it's between Leisure Suit Larry and Survivor.
Yeah,
I think so too.
Leisure Suit Larry is holding the line, and it's both awesome and terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to point out we haven't remarked much on Metal Gear. Do we want to move? Do we feel like it is just because it's so solidly right where it should be, or is that commentary that we should reassess?
I feel like maybe Metal Gear goes at the bottom of A tier.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, I was feeling the same. I was afraid to say anything about it being below Horus Heresy for fear that it would shift everything. But I
think that tracks. I would
Larry
consider
just snuck right up to the top of A tier, didn't he?
I think Warriors is actually the top of A.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, sure. I think I feel like whether it's the top of A or the bottom of S, I agree with its placement. I feel
it's definitely not below Leisure Suit Larry. It can't.
It cannot be below Leisure Suit Larry. No, absolutely not. I feel like it probably belongs in A because there were only 3 of us on it. If all 4 of us were on that, I think it would be an S tier. But I like it at the top of A for that.
So then for S, it's Guilty Gear at starting at the bottom. Guilty Gear, then Mortal Kombat, then Kirby. I think that's correct.
Yeah,
I could take those I could take Guilty Gear and Mortal Kombat. Jesus, just combine them. I could take those in either order. Kirby doesn't move.
Kirby does not.
I personally think Mortal Kombat beats Guilty Gear.
I think so too. Yeah.
Okay.
Ever so slightly. With the tiebreaker being both of these broke our brains in different ways, in special ways.
Yeah.
Okay.
Both fighting games.
Both fighting games. Both games that I tried to play that I reminded myself that I fucking hate fighting games. Okay.
I just can't play fighting games that aren't Smash Bros. Just impossible.
It's really hard. So our final list for this part 1, I guess, is starting from the top: Kirby, then Mortal Kombat, Guilty Gear, Warriors, Leisure Suit Larry, Severance, Survivor, and the Big 3, Horus Heresy, Metal Gear Solid, Dubstep and Disciple, Ultima, Power Rangers, Modern Esports, Maximum Ride, No Man's Sky, Undertale and Deltarune, Primetime Glick, Witchblade, Final Fantasy Part 2, Final Fantasy Part 1, Destiny 1 and 2, Elden Ring, Legend of Zelda, Green Lantern, Teen Titans, Zoids, Silicon Valley, Borderlands, Sword Art Online, Guild Wars 2. With that, we're going to transition to step 2 of today's episode, which is, of course, it's time for relitigation. So everybody had homework. And what I did before the episode is I shared the old list. I'm not going to go over the old list. Instead, I'm going to open the floor. This doesn't need to be in order, but everybody will get one property, one old episode to open for discussion. That does not mean we're immediately going to change it. It just means that you're opening it for discussion. And you will obviously hold priority, hold focus, and explain why. And then the other people will react. So does anybody want to bring one to the table?
I would open. So here, Your Honor, and if it pleases the court, I would like to discuss the placement of the Halo flavor text not at the top of C, standing firmly behind Buffy.
Okay. And so the court recognizes Todd. So right now, Halo, for the visual, Halo exists at the second to highest in C. So it is under Buffy the Vampire Slayer, above Warhammer 40K overview, Arcane, and Les Miserables.
And you've effectively summarized a lot of my argument with there is such a clear divide of Buffy is a great property, and maybe someone relitigates that.
Yeah.
I think Halo, both how it was presented, the passion put into it, and again, a property that people love and is having kind of a moment right now, deserves to exist at the bottom of B. And if it can't be at the bottom of B, it has to be the standard bearer for C, because there is such a quality drop of the flavor text we presented that follow. And I say that being the person that did Halo and the 2 that are right behind it.
Okay. Any rebuttals?
Where do you want it to go?
Top of C, bottom of B if we're feeling generous, but I will barter down to top of C and community service.
Yeah, I mean, if the question is, do we switch Halo and Buffy the Vampire Slayer, then I feel like I would allow that to happen.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I feel like I don't know if I am.
We almost had it. We were so close, chat.
I know I don't want it. To me, the Halo flavor text feels like a flag bearer for C. It is a C, kind of a rubric episode for a C flavor text.
Yeah.
And I guess it's my personal bias that like I think I was closer to going to watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer after that than I was to pick up a Halo game.
Oh, and let me be so clear. The thing that you've said is exactly why it does not get out of C, I think.
Okay.
That Halo, both my efforts and 343 Studios have not done a good job making people want to play their games in a while.
Yeah, sure.
And I can't put lipstick on that pig. But I do think that pig stands at the top of C.
I'm okay. I think I'm okay with it being above Buffy. I don't think it gets to B because I think what's going to happen is we're going to have other C's that beat both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to be clear that had you all immediately rejected this, my backup solution was going to be to talk about the Eternals and how it belongs in D. I was going to relitigate dropping it lower.
Gotcha. I am so glad you didn't remember your anger from the last episode. Moving on. Matt or Kyle, do you have one you'd like to bring up? If not, I've got one to bring up.
Andrew, real quick, can you remind me what's at the bottom of B tier below Legend of Korra?
That is completing video games.
Okay.
So I would like to bring up the Warhammer episode. And I think that one, well, we'll talk about it. So I think that one at least goes higher. And here's why. So when we talked about, I listened
Is Warhammer the one? Is Warhammer
episode,
the one?
The Warhammer
between,
40K one.
Is that between Halo and Arcane?
Correct.
Arcane.
Okay.
Yeah. So when we did that one, when we did this episode last, we had all said, I had talked about and said, since we did this episode, none of us have gotten into Warhammer, but we've all talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think all of you know that I literally said, like, I'm on the razor's edge of making this my life. I did, in fact, fall on that razor, and I made this my life. And since that episode, I went in so hard in Warhammer. And I'm not going to say that was completely because of the flavor text, but it certainly helped. It was certainly that shove that I needed that wasn't a divorce. So
I mean, Andrew, the bringing up the space elves that don't care about anything and are just real deviants, I think that was part of what locked you in.
which is just the army that I run. So yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that one goes higher. I don't know if it gets to B, but I think it is I would also like to put it above Buffy.
I'm okay with that because it's the one
and above Halo.
It's had real world consequences in that you have fallen on the razor. I've played it now. You've taught me how to play.
That's true. I did.
The thought that this just ends up with Warhammer and Buffy switching spots and Halo not moving at all is very funny to me. I'm not mad. I don't tell anyone I'm mad. I'm not mad.
Todd's mad.
I don't think I have anything else to litigate, man.
Andrew, what's the one below Gilmore Girls?
That is the Mandalore, not the Mandalorian. Mandalore, the guy that is not the planet.
Yeah.
He's like Pedro Pascal's dad or something.
The Mandalore.
Okay, and then what's above Turtles?
Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
And what's below Turtles?
Do we just name them? Would that help?
Might help.
List them. Okay.
Let's go a tier at a time and see if there's any we want to relitigate.
So S tier, our old list is S tier. We've got Monster Cat, The Witcher, Bomberman, Console Wars, Neon Genesis Evangelion, and the lore of D&D. A tier was Ghost Rider, Animorphs, GDQ, Umbrella Academy, Magic Lore Part 3, Magic Lore Part 1, Studio Ghibli, the JRPGs and Why Do We Kill God with the Power of Friendship, Nintendo Power, Secret Wars, Marvel Secret Wars, and
Mythic Quest. Mythic Quest,
thank you. B tier was Guy Fieri, Homestar Runner, Avatar The Last Airbender, Flashpoint, Fire Emblem, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What is that?
Oh, I think that means it's got to go down.
What's after turtles? What the hell is that?
Didn't we say?
Oh, that's near. That's near. That's near.
That's near. Okay.
Yeah.
East Sandman, which is our true neutral.
Yeah.
Young Justice, Magic Lore Part 2, Pokemania, Social Justice in Comics, Legend of Korra, and Completioning Video Games.
This was the thing that I had thought about relitigating before we started, was that the Magic episode in B should be with the other Magic episodes in A, because we're all so deep in. But I don't remember why we said 1 and 3 were in A and 2 was in B.
I do. Magic Lore Part 2 was the Gatewatch, which we were all like, oh, this is derivative of the Avengers, which it super is.
Yeah.
I had a similar thought, Matt, until we were listing them out, and Matt and Andrew was like, it's Part 3 and Part 1, and then Part 2 was further down. I was like, there had to have been a good reason for that. The one I'm feeling like is Young Justice feels high if we're putting the Teen Titans in D. And I think the difference is that Young Justice isn't a property that you all, 3 of the 4 of us watched in its entirety beforehand. So there is the novelty aspect, but it feels, based on our new rubric and what we've done today, B feels high, and I feel like it should go to C.
I agree.
Maybe just like wherever Teen Titans maps, just right below it.
Maybe right above it.
Right above it.
Looking at these, maybe higher than, it might just go in, I feel like under Les Mis, above Gender in Comics, but
okay.
B feels really, really high for that to me.
I agree.
Okay. And then Matt, do you have any that you want to bring up?
No, honestly, I don't. At least not that we've gone through so far. Why don't we pick back up and go through C tier?
Well, I'm gonna close it off before the break. So,
we want to finish going through?
Do you want to go through? Oh, sorry.
Keep listing. Yeah.
C tier is Buffy, Halo. This is before we move it. Buffy, Halo, Warhammer 40K summary, Arcane, Les Miserables, Gender in Comics, Amory Wars, Emesis Blue, our origin stories thing that we did. Bloodborne, That's Eternals, One Piece Part 1, Apex Legends, Gilmore Girls, and Mandalore. And then D tier, as it sits right now, is One Piece Part 2, Overwatch, Dark Souls, League of Legends, V for Vendetta,
Code Geass.
It's just that the image is really small. Five Nights at Freddy's, Demon Slayer, The Dark Tower, Kingdom Hearts, all the way at the bottom.
Yeah, man. I like that.
Okay. Then we are locking down litigation, and once again, Amory War survives and everyone rejoices. Okay, so with that, we're going to take a quick break. I want everyone to reflect on the flavor text and reflect on home listener that Amory Wars has survived yet another year of staying up in the C tier. We'll be back just in a minute. And we're back.
Andrew, I do want to reopen litigations. I think Amory Wars not moving down means it actually needs to move up now.
Okay, great. It's actually proof positive why it needs to move up even higher. So I mentioned at the break, in the last time we did this, Todd completely forgot about it, but in that episode, made about a 20-minute hissy fit about Amory Wars and said he would spend the next 2 years of his life devoting to getting rid of Amory Wars off this list.
Yeah, I'm revisiting that, and I will for the next time. Also, if we don't move Amory Wars down in the last one, the last version of this that we do, like when we do this again, I'm going to read your cell phone number off on the episode, Andrew, and I'm going to leave it in.
All right, awesome, great, good stuff.
I want to make it clear that Andrew saying what Todd did last episode was a hissy fit is not a reflection on Todd. Any relitigation of this is a hissy fit on our part.
To look and be introspective for a second, I think my view was this is a delicate house of cards.
Yeah.
And if we pull too hard on any of these threads of this sweater, the whole thing just falls apart.
It's a real Mr. Burns has
all those diseases are pushing through the door at the same time.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, let's hop back into it. So last time, I can't remember how we did this last time, but it doesn't really matter. So I think the best way to do this is start in the middle. That's how we've done. I think that is how we've done it before. So I'm gonna this is gonna be a little vomit inducing for the guys watching my screen share, but so sorry, but we're gonna do a lot of flipping back and forth. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna map everything to the master list that we just ranked. And while we can fudge what we just locked in, we don't want to mess with the tiers too much. Like let's try and like lock things in, at least in the level that they're at. And then again, we reserve the right to change our minds later.
Let's start by switching the Warhammer 40K to the top of C.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
And Halo right behind it.
So Warhammer 40K is going to be here, and then Halo right behind it.
Halo has moved nothing.
Halo has moved nothing, but it is so above Buffy.
Net 0 for Halo.
Yeah.
And then Kyle said Young Justice goes below. So let's just put Young Justice at the top of C for now.
Yeah.
And Halo is net -1.
And Halo and Halo is actually net -1. Perfect. Everyone's happy. Great. So let's start with B tier, and then let's throw in Disciple, Ultima, and Power Rangers. Those are our first three. So Disciple. I don't think Disciple
below Avatar.
I think above Flashpoint is a good spot for that. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah.
And then Ultima is below Disciple. I think it's like
the same.
I would put it above Flashpoint.
Yeah, Flashpoint was good, but Ultima was fun.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Power Rangers. I mean, does it also beat Flashpoint?
I don't have an opinion on this.
Flashpoint's kind of high because all these have to beat Turtles and Fire Emblem too.
I would feel like Power Rangers right above Turtles.
That's what that feels right to me too.
My favorite Power Rangers episode was the one where they had the turtles on it.
Yeah. Well, wait till we get the Power Rangers universes beyond. You can build a whole damn deck.
Oh shit.
And then so next is esports, then esports.
Real talk. I'm gonna build so many Celestia Tommy Oliver decks. You don't even know.
I think I would say esports maybe after Turtles.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I never remember Maximum Ride. Maximum Ride, I think it's above Sandman.
I'd put it above Yeast too, I think.
Yeah.
Andrew not remember.
Yeast was tough because I had a lot of fun doing Yeast, but I don't think any of the rest of you guys did or resonated with it. So I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andrew's lucky that he didn't remember Nier from its picture after we kind of locked our relitigations.
That is because the picture was too small and my eyes are bad. That's another one that does not deserve to be up there. No Man's Sky.
Maybe
I think
after the Magic one.
After the Magic one feels good.
Yeah.
I like that.
And then Undertale.
Maybe
after Pokemon?
I think
that's kind of my thought.
After, okay. And before, so I changed, this is social justice now. This is the pink kryptonite.
Yeah, perfect.
Good.
So between Pokemania and social justice?
I think so.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's do C now so that we can map Young Justice. So we've got Primetime Glick. I like Primetime Glick at just the top of C.
I do too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Halo's at a net -2.
Well, it's like a negative. I mean, if you're counting everything, it's like a negative 10.
No, in C tier only.
Okay. And then Witchblade. I think Witchblade is between Halo and Buffy.
Thank Christ.
How's that? Does that make you feel better?
Yeah, a little bit. Gives me something.
Gives them something to hold on to.
Marked safe.
Marked safe. And then Final Fantasies. Do both Final Fantasies go together, and are both Final Fantasies above or below Arcane?
I can't think of an episode that would like split the goalposts on Final Fantasy, so
And
I think they live together above Amory Wars.
I was also thinking above Amory Wars.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
I'm fine with that.
And
Yeah, that's
jokes
funny.
jokes aside, honestly, if we were going to relitigate anything, it should have been Amory Wars below Emesis Blue, because I remember things about Emesis Blue.
I wasn't on Emesis
you had
Blue.
your chance.
I said what I said.
You got Halo. Let's see. You had your chance.
Did I?
You kind of did. Destiny.
Above Apex.
Is it below Emesis Blue?
I think above Apex is more.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
close to where I
Accurate.
was at.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. Yeah. So between One Piece and Apex.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I buy that. And then Elden Ring is like, I don't know,
Bottom of
I'd
C.
Gilmore
still-
Girls adjacent.
I don't know. I think I'd put Elden Ring above Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
That and Apex Legends are pretty neck and neck, I think, in my mind.
Dean is quite the dung eater. So then we need to thank you. That's for nobody. Young Justice belongs.
Doesn't
Do we want, dude? Let's put Young Justice between Halo and Witchblade to make Todd feel better.
I like
need
that.
I need something.
actually.
Yeah, I'll take
okay.
that.
I'm good with that.
All right.
Todd deserves
All right.
a win.
He doesn't get enough.
No.
No one considers the white men. Let's do A now.
Oh, I was gonna say
So-
let's just run down to D.
You want to
Let's
do
just-
yeah,
rundown?
let's
D?
keep-
All
let's
right,
keep
let's
going.
do it.
Let's keep going down.
All right. I think Zelda's at the top of D.
I think Zelda is
I think
our
so, too.
high
I
water
feel
mark
good
for
about
D.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's there for a reason, but I also like I can't put it any lower than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Green Lantern
above
I
Dark
think,
Souls
is
I know
above
that.
I was gonna say I think it's above One Piece.
Okay. I can't. I just remember we did a 2-part One Piece episode, and I feel like we were really in it for the first half.
And
then-
this is the second half, which is
Yeah,
last
and the
down here.
second half hit us, and we're like, this,
and it was names.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I'm
That's
at.
why it's there.
I like that.
Teen Titans
I would snuggle it right between them.
above One Piece.
That's how
Yeah.
I feel.
I think
Yeah.
so.
I think that's it. I think Zoids is Overwatch, Dark Souls adjacent. I think it's better than Dark Souls.
I'd go between Overwatch and Dark Souls.
I'd go with
Mhm.
that. I'm okay with that.
Silicon Valley feels below Dark Souls to me.
I think it
I
goes
think
down
below-
by V for Vendetta.
I think it's above
Yeah.
V for Vendetta.
Okay. Yeah, I won't
Yeah.
fight for that. Borderlands.
Other side of
above?
V for Vendetta or right before still?
Yeah, other
Yeah.
side, because I was gonna say above Code
Okay.
Geass.
Mm.
Yeah. Sword Art Online, I think, is below Demon Slayer.
Sure.
Oh, we're down in it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're down in it.
That's a
'cause
ti- that's yeah. I don't have. We're down where like I don't know that I have a tight
So-
opinion except if
I mean, here's the question.
Kingdom Hearts moves up from
absolutely
the
not,
bottom.
Andrew.
I'm
I know what
Listen,
you're
just
asking.
listen for like a second.
I know what you're asking, and I won't have it.
It's the rule that Kingdom Hearts has to be the bottom.
We
Is that a
haven't-
hard rule?
To me, it's not a hard rule, but we haven't done worse than Kingdom Hearts.
I
yet.
think
Hey,
Guild Wars
listeners-
2 is the bottom.
Listeners, it's time for you to give us a flavor text that will rival
Pick
Kingdom
up your
Hearts.
phones, call the number on the bottom of your screen.
Yeah.
Standard
Yeah.
rates apply.
I think purely because Guild Wars is half the length of the Kingdom Hearts
Jesus.
episode, that it has to be
All right.
above it.
Again,
But like, wasn't Kingdom Hearts like a little fun?
Andrew, put the thumbnail in the category.
All right.
I will, Andrew. I will give you. Kingdom Hearts is not fixed at the bottom, but we have not.
We haven't beaten it yet.
We haven't beaten it yet.
Yeah.
All right. That's fine. A tier, whatever.
We've got a whole.
Warriors is
years.
fucking better than Ghost Rider. Eat my nuts.
So here's why, and I wasn't on Warriors, but here's why I would agree. We already talked about it a bit, that like some of the best parts of the Green Lantern was kind of the fun show and tell at the end.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the really good stuff with Ghost Rider was just way better show and tell.
Mhm.
Whereas like Warriors had some more stuff behind it. I'm curious about the next one though.
The next one is Leisure Suit Larry.
I think Leisure Suit Larry
goes above Games Done Quick for me.
Okay, that's higher than I was gonna say, so I'm gonna shut up.
Yeah, I was.
No, I think I agree with Kyle.
One of those two.
I liked that. Yeah. I liked that episode. I liked doing that.
Yeah, it was fun.
I love it.
It was
Kyle
fun.
likes the IP.
He's a big fan.
Man, don't look at the hours I've logged on Steam.
Steam tells all, Kyle.
Severance is. I think Severance is funny nestled between the two Magic episodes.
I was gonna put it right above my neighbor or Studio Ghibli. So
that was what I was thinking. Yeah,
sure.
Okay.
What's the image to the right of Studio Ghibli?
That's the. I got a new image for the Killing God with the Power of Friendship, the history of religion, and that is Genova. Limited bomb Genova. Let's do the Survivor episode.
I think Survivor goes above Mythic Quest.
Yeah.
Mythic Quest. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Sure.
The one above Mythic Quest is Secret Wars.
Secret Wars, yeah.
I should have relitigated Secret
and
Wars.
I'll echo what. Oh, I'll echo. No. I'm going to defend. This is what Todd said in the last episode: is don't let your superhero glut change your opinion, because it is like objectively a cool theme and a cool scenario that came out 10 years ago that does not age well.
I was actually thinking I would relitigate it a little higher in A. So
sure.
Yeah,
save it for the next one.
Save it for the next one.
Yeah. Write it down.
Bank it.
Warhammer Horus Heresy. Where's that go?
I think also above Mythic Quest. Mythic Quest feels like feels like holding down the bottom of A, but
all right. So Metal Gear slots in right.
But
below.
I feel like I liked Metal Gear better than the other two of you. So
no, I agree with that, Kyle.
Okay.
All right, let's do the top. I think Kirby beats Monster Cat. I'm sorry.
I think
Kirby beats Monster Cat.
I think Kirby's our new pinnacle,
new high watermark.
We have had The Witcher held that spot. Monster Cat dethroned Witcher with a great flavor text.
Yeah,
I think Kirby holds top honors.
Yeah, I think so too.
Mm-hmm.
Mortal Kombat might be between Monster Cat and Witcher.
I was gonna say the exact same thing.
I was gonna say Monster Cat and Bomberman, and I'm not passionate about that. So I'll give up The Witcher to.
I'll put it above Witcher. This is, if we're trying to find tiebreakers, obviously we're not trying to comment specifically on the property, but The Witcher in current pop culture has kind of gotten the same Halo treatment of they're just until this next one comes out and hopefully it's a good video game, they've just treated the Netflix series like dog shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Guilty Gear, what do you feel about between Bomberman and Console Wars?
I feel like that's too high. I was going to go between Ava and Forgotten Realms.
I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, sure. I'd take that.
All right. Well, this wasn't as heated as I expected it to be.
Yeah, we chilled out.
I think there were a number of things that we all just super agreed on, and then we can argue in the margins.
Having a rubric helps.
Having a rubric helps.
I also think that, having the rubric helps a lot. I also think that we are objectively getting a little bit better at these every time we do them.
Yeah.
Not just the flavor text, but the ranking of the flavor text. And I think we can answer questions more objectively. But I also think it goes to show that our podcast has just gotten a little bit better, and we can. Yeah. I would not have guessed that some of these ended up as high as they did, but then thinking back to the episodes, it's oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
I didn't have any hard lines past years either. I didn't have any if this is too high or too low, I will fight to the death. I didn't have any that I was willing to really throw down for. So yeah.
Cool.
Good
awesome.
Game.
Well, that's our master list. And if you're listening at home, we'll have the full tier list image up so you can check that out and play along. Let's just end today just to take a couple more minutes and do a little reflection here. And as we sit in our Christmas in July break, I guess. So I just got a couple discussion questions. I'm just curious what folks think. So pull up the list of the full list from A to Z and And I'd love to understand from folks what was one of the more fun episodes that you actually like you had to prepare. So of the ones that you guys did, of the ones that you led, what would you say was the most fun to like research and write and set up, not necessarily to actually do?
In the whole list, or in the ones?
Yeah, just among the whole list, like ones that stick out.
I'll take the first crack at this. I loved doing the Dungeons and Dragons one. It was kind of the straight through line of what's a thing that you're super passionate about. Like I've been playing D&D since I did the math the other day, close to 26 years.
Dang.
Yeah, I started playing in 8th grade, which puts things right around like 2001.
Brennan Lee Mulligan numbers.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
And not all of us were on that one, but the thing that I enjoyed so much about it was like kind of in the same way we talked about how do you describe Star Wars. Like D&D is everything and nothing, and they change it every edition. But the thing that I enjoyed most about preparing was, if you go back and listen to the episode, we ended it with, is this a module or is this a quest from another video game?
Yes.
And
that's
so
fun.
I did, to the two of you that were on it, I would read something, and then you'd have to decide if it was a like old fashioned module they'd throw in the back of a dungeon, or Dragons like monthly magazine, or if it's like a quest from Halo or whatever. And that was just a ton of fun for me because it made what I felt like the flavor text a bit more interactive. And so I would say I had just a blast doing the D&D one. And I mean, it's an endless well.
Yeah. That's cool. I love that.
Yeah. I think I have done all of my favorites in the group that we talked about today. I really enjoyed some of the ones I did beforehand. Like the Ghost Rider one was really, really fun to put together. And I really like doing the Turtles one. But there are three from this group that all stick out to me. And it's modern esports, history of dubstep, and Mortal Kombat. Putting all three of those together was so much fun. Mortal Kombat, I think, is in one category because it was just a Mortal Kombat flavor text. I didn't discover anything else when I set off to do it. Sure. History of Dubstep and Disciple Records was really fun because I went in expecting to do one thing and ended up doing another thing. And then the modern esports was just like, it wasn't a commissioned one. It was one that I picked. And it was definitely a book report that I wanted to put together for fun. And I really enjoyed doing that. But I think probably History of Dubstep for the surprise and Mortal Kombat for the pure joy are my two favorites.
Nice. Very cool.
I think my favorite to put together is Animorphs or the like Magic 3-parter. But Animorphs, I hadn't examined in longer and had to do more research and just had a fun time remembering how much was in these books written for tweens that I got at the Scholastic Book Fair. And like, I think that edges it out for me. I think that's still my favorite one that I did.
With the most iconic book cover ever.
The most iconic book cover ever.
I think for me, I've done a lot of weird flavor texts, but like if I look at all of these where I'm like, man, I'm glad this is in my life. It's the Studio Ghibli one. I'm so glad that like those are just movies that I never saw as a kid that I'm just like I totally missed, and I don't know that I would ever have otherwise gone back, and I'm so glad I did. So that was just a really fun. I watched like 10 movies in preparation for that, which was like way more work, man. Like way more like time. But it was just like these are really good movies, and each one of them are just better than the last. So, yeah. And then any ones that come up in your mind that were just like the most fun to record, either to moderate or to just to be a part of. Like for me, it's definitely Guilty Gear. That was the most fun to do in the moment.
I feel that way about Warrior Cats. Like getting to walk you and Kyle through cat religion was a really good time.
Yeah, my version of that was the Homestar Runner episode. I still think it's like the shortest episode we did, the shortest flavor text. It was like 40 minutes. But preparing for that and watching YouTube videos of old Flash videos was just a joy. And then like getting to just throw wave and wave and wave of nostalgia at you guys was just so much fun. And then even going back to the history, how it was tied to the Atlanta Olympics. Like that's what kind of like spearheaded the whole thing. Like two guys coming up with a short. That was just so much fun.
Yeah.
I think mine, and it's probably recency bias, but it's the Maximum Ride one was a lot of fun to record because that story goes off the rails. It doesn't start on the rails. And just like watching the story devolve as Matt and Todd try and keep up was real fun. The magic ones might beat it out. Like the first magic one was a lot of fun to record just because that is also a wild story, but is more coherent and metal and rules.
So I think that's actually a great segue into the next thing I want to talk about, which is things that you've interacted with after the fact. So I mentioned this before we hit record, but the timeline and sequence of events of when we've done this show and the arc of us four going hard in the paint on Magic the Gathering is so funny. So when we recorded all 3 of those Magic the Gathering episodes, the only person who had played more than 2 hours of Magic the Gathering was Kyle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had played like a little kitchen table Magic, but like none of us knew the lore. None of us knew anything about it. And while I don't think that episode necessarily was the catalyst, it definitely planted the seeds.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like a lot of the stuff. So the origin of us playing Magic all comes back to Kyle's bachelor party, which at the time March of the Machines had come out, and we drafted March of the Machines, which we don't need to get on all that, but that was like the catalyst in the 3 of us that aren't Kyle. And it's funny because that was like the big ending of the arc of Magic the Gathering Part 3. So we kind of all experienced the end of that story in real time without really knowing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is pretty fun. So and you know, going back in the last time we did this roundup, I think I mentioned at the beginning of the episode, but like we had just bought, like we said on the episode, like, oh yeah, we just bought a bunch of commander decks, whatever.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's
just to know the de-evolution of our lives and how much this got ingrained. So obviously Magic the Gathering was a big thing, but I'd love to hear what other properties in this list you've interacted with since recording these episodes.
It was not intentional, but 2 out of the 4 of us, one more than the other, have played Riftbound since we've talked about.
Whoops.
Since we've talked about League of Legends, which, again, not because we talked about it, but, you know, we're freaks, like Andrew just said. But it was fun to be like, oh, these are all names that I know. Like, these are concepts that I know. I see the vision here. And that wasn't because of the flavor text, but it was well informed because of the flavor text.
Yeah. Similarly, because I got into Riftbound, I went back and watched Arcane. So I knew nothing about that show or the characters or this properties when we did that episode, but I've since gone back and you gotta watch Arcane. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
The big one for me is Avatar. I went back and finished Avatar: The Last Airbender because I had never watched the last season when it aired, and that was great. I really enjoyed that. Another sleeper that is probably more of a crime of convenience than because we recorded a podcast about it, but I did watch the Dark Tower movie. The Dark Tower movie was on TV, and I did watch that, and I kind of liked it. It wasn't great, but I did kind of like it.
Was it like one of those, like, it's a solid 6 out of 10?
Yes.
On daytime TV?
It's a solid, I'd put it on in a hotel tier movie. It came out dead in the peak of that early stage of like, oh, we're just going to get 6 out of 10 action slop.
Yeah.
For the rest of our lives now. It came
out
before
we had streaming.
It came out right in the middle of that, and it got panned harder than it probably deserved because of that. But it also wasn't a great adaptation of the story either.
Yeah, it was very gray.
It's a very gray movie. I think it is guilty of the like beam of light from the sky scene that was in every movie at the time. Yeah. For me, the big one is I've now played a Warhammer. I've
A singular one.
I've played a Warhammer with taught to me by Andrew. I did not do well, but I had a great time doing it.
It was fun. Yeah.
I think by the next one, I'll get to say I've played Riftborn, and I've done more Fire Emblems since the Fire Emblem episode.
Yeah, and that's part of the reason why Fire Emblem is where it's at. Because Kyle went back and played Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
Which is notable. All right, and then let's just close out, and it's okay if there's not an answer. I'm kind of curious. Is there any flavor text that, when looking, that you would consider doing again or doing in a different way? And if so, what would you do?
I want to take this answer first. I'd endure a Kingdom Hearts flavor text again.
Yeah.
I would.
That's crazy, man.
That is crazy, Kyle.
I can't believe that you just said that.
Yeah, whatever day you and Andrew want to hang out, you guys go do that.
Given when we did it and where we are in the like flavor text process now, I would do it like a 3-part Kingdom Hearts with our kind of polish on it.
2026 eyes. Well, there's been this Kingdom Hearts 4 is coming. So
when I'm not running on like 2 hours of sleep and 48 ounces of coffee to get through 3.5 solid hours of noun soup.
Yeah, it was chunky content.
Yeah.
I guess in sort of a similar vein, I feel like I could probably put together a more coherent FNAF flavor text now with 8 years of podcasting under my belt. That said, I haven't been immersed in the story since we did that epised, and
it's probably so much more.
I would
can't imagine.
I would not. I'm sick that day.
Yeah. I'm doing the same thing Matt and Todd are doing when we do the Kingdom Hearts redo.
Yeah, and I think my answer is probably still that Warhammer one, the overview, because overview is so broad. And I defaulted to the things I knew of, like factions, when I probably should have like looked more to stories leading to factions. Which, for me, I was like, look at all these. It was the equivalent of me showing you all of my toys. Like, look at all my toys. These people are dressed like this, and this is what they do. And that's very, very cool. But it doesn't really do a good job of telling the story of like the Emperor and all those things, like you were able to do with the Horus Heresy.
I was gonna say Kingdom Hearts. But I'll also say probably Nier. I think I could probably do a much better summary of Nier Replicant and Nier Automata and make it at least a little memorable.
I like that. I wanna say, in defense of my like sit through another Kingdom Hearts one, is that that Kingdom Hearts one, I think too, is also my first like having a JRPG storyline spelled out to me in that way, and a novelization
of a JRPG storyline is bananas.
I have a much like better understanding of the tropes from that genre and stuff now that I like. It would go down smoother.
Yeah, that's a really good point. There's a lot of like, oh, it's like that other thing. Yeah.
And I don't know the exact numbers, but 3 or so of us are on 6 or so medications now that we weren't on when we did that finale.
That's also
fair
true.
point, Matt.
Fair point. All right, well, that's gonna do it. Final thoughts? Anything else to add on this roundup?
Just that what we've said earlier, like this is the most fun content we get to do. So you know, thank you, listeners, for continuing to put us through this. Because it truly becomes some of the most fun we have is when we get to do this fun little show and tell of look at a really cool property in a different way that you may or not have known. So that's kind of my piece here, is that thank you for letting us do this, because it is truly a joy most of the time, unless it's Kingdom Hearts.
especially when it's Amory Wars.
Definitely
Don't
when
make
it's
me
Amory
think about
Wars.
it. I'm trying to be cool.
Let's convince Todd to do a Kingdom Hearts sit through a Kingdom Hearts rehash with us, but then we surprise him and it's an Amory Wars rehash instead.
No, we gotta do. There's like 3 more books that have come out.
Oh no!
I don't know if you're joking or not.
I'm not.
Oh, can you be?
Nope. I mean, Claudio keeps making albums. What do you want from me?
No more Amory Wars.
Awesome. So once again, if you listening would like to commission an Amory Wars Part 2, for example, or literally anything else, hit us up at patreon.com/debatethiscast. The way it works is you will get in at our master debater tier. Ha ha ha, silly puns and all that. You pay $60 one time, and then once you do, you move your subscription right back down, because that's not how Patreon works. But it's fine. It's worked for us to date. So no. So $60 one time, that locks you in for a month. You'll get a message saying, "Hey, thanks for the support. What's your poison? What are you buying? What are you selling?" And that's pretty much it. So little effort from you, much effort from us. And like I said, we'll do whatever. So hit us up. Thank you all for listening to Debate This. You can follow along with the arguments on Instagram, YouTube, and Patreon at Debate This Cast, or on our website at debatethiscast.com. And until next time, I'm Andrew Henderson.
I'm Kyle. Net zero for Halo Harper.
I'm Matt. Now you're texting with flavor. Cole.
And I'm Todd. Young Justice is just that Costco guy's origin story. Thomas.
We're saying thanks for debating with us. And if you think you're wrong, you can come fight us behind the swing sets, nerds.